Every decision has a price. Some are paid today, others, you don't notice until it's too late. Now Rava, see beyond the obvious.
Imagine you are looking at a $200 pair of premium sneakers, but your bank account is practically empty. Suddenly, a bright pink button blinks on your screen. Pay in 4 easy installments of just $50 with Klarna. You tap, buy now, without a second thought. Paying zero. Reality, you have just stepped into a massive financial trap. This is the modern magic of multi-billion-dollar fintech giants, like Klarna and Affirm, who hack your brain's chemical reward system to make you spend money you do not even have. Today, we expose the psychological code that is quietly driving Generation Z and millennials across the United States and Europe into bankruptcy, and how a simple $50 purchase spiral leads people into thousands of dollars of inescapable debt. Welcome to Narava. Secure your mind, because today, we are unlocking the truth behind the invisible trap. To understand this modern financial illusion, we first need to look at what buy now, pay later actually is. At its core, BNPL is a short-term point-of-sale loan. It splits your total purchase into 4 equal payments. You pay the first 25% immediately at checkout, and the remaining 75% over the next 6 weeks. No interest rates, no hard credit checks, and no hidden fees. Sounds like the perfect deal, right? But here is the catch. If these services are completely free for the consumer, how are Klarna and Affirm making billions of dollars? The secret lies in a two-way monetization engine. First, they charge the merchants, not you. Every time a store uses Klarna to secure a sale, the store pays Klarna a massive transaction fee, sometimes up to 8%. Retailers are happy to pay this high fee because BNPL increases their average order value by over 40%. When people do not have to pay the full price up front, they naturally buy more premium items that they do not actually need. But the second revenue stream is much darker. It relies entirely on your failure. While they advertise zero interest, they make massive profits from late fees and interest-bearing loans offered through Affirm. In fact, millions of users miss their payments, triggering automatic fees that quietly accumulate in the background. So, BNPL is not a friendly financial tool designed to help you. It is a highly optimized funnel built to exploit consumer behavior. To truly understand this modern financial illusion, we first need to dissect what buy now, pay later actually is, and how it quietly replaced traditional credit. At its core, a buy now, pay later service, like Klarna or Affirm, is not just a digital payment button. It is a point-of-sale microloan disguised as a friendly checkout option. Instead of paying the full price of an item today, these systems split your total checkout bill into 4 equal installments, spread over a standard 6-week period. You pay the first installment of 25% immediately at checkout, using your debit card. The remaining 75% is automatically pulled from your account every 2 weeks. But here is the million-dollar question. If Klarna and Affirm charge you zero interest, zero fees, and do not perform a hard credit check, how do they survive? How do these companies pay for massive Super Bowl commercials and offices in Silicon Valley? The answer lies in their brilliant, highly engineered merchant monetization engine. You see, BNPL companies do not make most of their money from you, the buyer. They make it from the sellers. They charge retail brands a massive commission fee for every single transaction. While a normal credit card company charges a merchant around 1 to 2%, BNPL companies demand up to 8% of the total sale value. Why on earth would a multi-billion-dollar retailer like Nike or Sephora agree to give up 8% of their revenue to a tech company? Because of a psychological metric called cart conversion. When retail brands integrate these pink buttons, their average checkout cart value instantly skyrockets by over 40%. Consumers who would normally hesitate suddenly buy more items. If you only have $50 in your bank, you cannot buy a $200 jacket. But with Klarna, you can. The merchant makes a sale they otherwise would have lost, and they happily pay Klarna their cut. But there is a secondary, much darker revenue stream, the engine that relies entirely on your financial failure and forgetfulness. While they proudly market zero interest, the moment you miss a single payment, the trap springs. High automatic late fees are slapped onto your account, starting a silent compounding cycle. According to Consumer Reports, nearly 1 in 3 buy now, pay later users in the United States has fallen behind on payments, triggering collection agencies and damaging their credit scores. This is not a friendly financial service built to help you budget. It is a highly optimized, predatory funnel designed to exploit human weakness and drive impulse spending. But why does our brain fall for this trick so easily, even when we know we are spending real money? The answer lies in a powerful psychological blind spot called hyperbolic discounting or present bias. Our species evolved to value immediate rewards today far more than potential financial consequences tomorrow. When you see a $100 pair of shoes split into 4 installments of $25, a massive glitch occurs in your subconscious. Your brain's logical centers do not register a $100 debt. They only process the $25 you pay right now. In cognitive science, this mental loophole is called base rate neglect. Fintech developers spend millions to study this loophole and design interfaces that bypass your brain's natural defense mechanism, the pain of paying. When you hand over physical paper bills, your brain's insular cortex, the area that processes physical pain, actually fires up. But tapping a glowing pink button on your phone bypasses this pain receptor entirely, triggering pure, unadulterated dopamine instead. This is the perfect crime. You get the instant high of the purchase, while the financial drag is delayed and stretched out over several weeks. And this brings us to the ultimate psychological trap, the illusion of wealth. It convinces you that you have more buying power than you actually do. To see how this trap plays out in the real world, we must look at the story of Emma, a college student from Berlin. Like millions of young adults, Emma was living on a tight monthly student budget of just 900 euros. But one evening, while browsing a high-end fashion website, she saw a premium designer winter coat priced at 300 euros. She was about to close the tab when the glowing pink button appeared. Pay in 4 interest-free installments of just 75 euros. And this was the exact millisecond Emma's financial reality took a sharp, invisible turn for the worst. She clicked buy. The code arrived, and her brain received a massive surge of dopamine, without her bank account feeling a thing. Because 75 euros felt like a tiny drop in the bucket, Emma's brain quickly built a dangerous cognitive pathway. 2 weeks later, she used the same pink button to buy a 50 euro cosmetics set. The price was 50 euros. To her brain, it was just $12.50 today. Then a 100 euro concert ticket. Then an 80 euro dinner. All split into harmless, tiny bites. But behind this illusion of cheap payments, a silent debt avalanche was building momentum. By the end of the second month, Emma had 15 active pay-in-4 plans across 3 different apps. To her horror, she realized she didn't owe 75 euros anymore. She owed 500 euros of cumulative monthly payments. With a monthly budget of 900 euros and 500 euros going straight to installment debts, Emma was left with almost nothing for food and rent. And then came the final strike that pushed Emma over the financial edge. She began receiving automated threatening emails and late fee penalties that grew by 25 euros every week. Emma sank into a deep state of anxiety, hiding her shopping bags and skipping meals just to make the basic payment thresholds. But Emma's story does not end in bankruptcy. It ends with a powerful realization and a systematic fight back. She deleted every single buy now, pay later app from her phone, sat down with a physical notebook, and negotiated a structured payment plan. It took Emma 8 grueling months of extreme discipline to pay off every single euro, but she finally freed herself from the algorithmic trap. Ask yourself, is your brain truly making your decisions, or is a corporate algorithm pulling your strings? If these multi-billion-dollar tech companies spend millions to bypass your logic, how do you fight back? Becomes, if these multi-billion-dollar tech companies spend millions of dollars to bypass your logic, how do you fight back? The secret is not to rely on willpower. The secret is to build an unbreachable algorithmic shield. Your first defense protocol is simple, yet highly psychological, the friction rule. Before you click that convenient pink installment button, force yourself to wait exactly 48 hours. In over 80% of cases, the initial artificial dopamine high fades away, and you will realize you never needed the product. Your second protocol is to systematically attack the interface, delink and delete. But what if the temptation is too strong during online checkout? Here is the ultimate hack. Install a free ad blocker or a custom script on your browser to hide any buy now pay later checkout buttons entirely. If you cannot see the button, your brain's shortcut triggers are never activated, keeping your logical defenses fully operational. Remember, True wealth is not the ability to divide a debt into 4 small slices. True wealth is having the peace of mind to walk away. Stay vigilant, block the microdebt loops, and take back control of your financial destiny. Don't let their code hack your life. If you found this deep dive valuable, hit subscribe, and we will see you in the next analysis.
Now Rava, save your mind before your money. Subscribe for the next hidden truth.